What's good, y'all? Welcome back to my studio. So we're going to be doing a video on the updates on the Superman movie, and let's just say that it made its money in the box office despite what you've been hearing about people saying that, oh, Superman's box office performance were the reason why DC is in crumbles right now. Don't listen to them, first of all, because the money just came in. And right now, James Gunn's Superman is doing very, very well. It did so well that he beat out all of Marvel movies, based on what I heard from Future Boy Hughes' video. And you're gonna get my take and my thoughts on the same thing, as well as the article. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at what the person said about the movie itself. Superman generated more than 100 million in profits and did big numbers in home entertainment. The film is approaching 150 million in profits globally. Oh boy. This is how you know this movie is gonna be the one that really felt like a true comic movie done right. James Gunn is the type of person that is willing to give the fans what they really want. What they really wanted was a good, faithful comic book movie, and Superman was our answer. Yes, I didn't like the fact that he got his behind whooped throughout the whole movie, but when you read the comics and you look at the pages, it's exactly how it was in the books. So I see why James Gunn wanted this movie based on the legacy run, basically. So we're finna go ahead and take a look at this article, because I believe it has more information that we definitely don't know, but we're gonna find out ourselves. There's a lot of mistaken analysts out there about Gunn, the DCU, and Superman. Some websites, mostly on low quality fan sites that pushes rumors and clickbaits, are trying to spin things as if Superman is some sort of a box office failure and that audiences aren't interested. The film generated more than 100 million in profits, had great reviews and audience scores, and did big numbers in theaters and home entertainment. But you can safely ignore it, and anyone pushes those false narratives. And I like the part where it says that failure and audiences aren't interested, which is not true, because anybody that reads Superman comics and understood what James Gunn was trying to do, you would know that they were really, really invested in this movie and how this was going to play out, right? It did exactly what the comics did. And if you read the comics and you look at side by side, frame by frame, shot by shot, you will know that James Gunn pretty much stayed close to the source material, and it's obvious to me that he knows exactly what he's doing. So there's no trying to get people to understand that he did not do a good job. He did an amazing job on this movie, and he did follow the source material like he's supposed to do. What's actually happening here is very simple. WBD is up for buyout, and some fans want certain studios to buy it and fire Gunn to reinstall whatever personal preferences those fans have about DC movies, the Snyder's Code. The theory is that studios will see fans crashing out mad and hear fans blogging claiming Superman was a failure, and that somehow those studios executives will be generally ignorant enough of how movies and box office and profits work to fall for it. Hint, they aren't. Any changes a buyer wanted to implement would likely fall within a narrow range. But I think the primary DCU plans will remain as it is, and as it should be. Because why would you want to go around, spread negativity, and try to spread misinformation about this movie? The only reason why I believe the Snyder's Cult or the Snyder junk writers, as I would call them, are mad that Superman is not like how they were visioning it. It's because they're Snyder's fans. You can pretty much tell. And Tyrone Madness, you know what I'm saying? He's one of those now. Because I'll get to that in my personal opinion about Tyrone Madness in the future. But he don't like the James Gunn's movie. Him and Scarlo and everybody else from Geeks and Gamers and all the other toxic content creators that I cannot stand, they just don't like anything good these days. Like, we as fans love anything that they do. We know what's good and what's bad. But why did you have to downplay this so terribly? Like, bro, we get it that you don't like James Gunn's version of Superman, but why trash it horribly and then compare it to Zack Snyder's Man of Steel? Even though the movie was good, but we needed something new. Like, do you want them to just continue to just make something different under the same person? The same style? I mean, we're living in times where everything needs to change. You know what I'm saying? Not everything is meant to stay the same. What James Gunn did, he actually gave us what we want. And which is a good Superman movie that is adapted from the comics. Frame by frame, shot by shot, plot to plot. I mean, come on. You know what the movie is based off of. Gunn's Superman is the most popular DC film of 2025, and it reset audiences' interest in DC with a box office result at least 40% or more higher than any of the previous 9 DCEU movie from the past 8 years. It beat all 3 Marvel Studios releases this year, including Marvel's Summer Fantastic Four First Steps. And you can pretty much tell that they're trying, you know. You knew everybody was pretty much all about the DC right now because of James Gunn's Superman. And apparently, you just knew that it was going to be out the Fantastic Four. Though I did like some things about the Fantastic Four movie, but James Gunn just completely outshined Marvel at this point. I'm not saying that DC is better, but you could tell which one was even better than the Fantastic Four. I'm just saying. Superman also earned universal critical acclaim and high audience scores, as well as strong streaming numbers and home entertainment sales and rentals. The film will have generated significantly more than 100 million in profits and approaching 150 globally when all is said and done this year. It is not a failure. It didn't underperform. It was widely beloved by the mainstream audiences and most fans, and no amount of resentment or wishes or lies will change those facts. I love this part right here. I really love this part where it says that no amount of resentment or wishes or lies will ever change those facts or change that period, because those that grew up with Superman, that grew up with the comics, they will immediately fall in love with this movie. I mean, come on. It's Superman. Yes, the 2006 movie Superman Returns was so bad, it literally put a pause on making any Superman titles throughout the years until Henry Cavill came along and changed everything with his performances as the Man of Steel. But then James Gunn and Superman completely stole everything and did a complete 180 and say, you know what? We're going to flip it around and make Superman more favorable to the comics. And he did that. He did that. So I don't want to hear in the comment section, oh, I don't like this movie because it's not like the Man of Steel. Maybe it's because you're a Zack Snyder fan. I mean, if you're a fan of him, just say it. Because everybody that's going around spreading toxicity about how this movie is underperforming in the box office because of what's going on, don't listen to them. James Gunn completely made bank. The movie is at 100 million right now. And if they reach their next goal to 150 million globally, I think you will know how crazy it is to be a fan of DC right now. I think something tells me we're gonna probably be cooking in 2027. This is how you know DC is just getting started. I'm not even gonna read this whole article, but I think what I wanted to get to the bottom of what this person said about James Gunn and all of the toxic fans out there that are trying to spin the negative narrative about James Gunn's Superman, of how bad it is, it underperformed at the box office. Personally, I did not believe them because I just knew that this movie was going to end up breaking a whole lot of box office records like it did in the summer. It beat out Fantastic Four. It beat out all of the MCU movies. So what exactly does that tell you? I mean, personally, I love both franchises. Both films have their own unique charm to it, but one was better. And that was James Gunn's Superman. So, what's your thoughts on this, man? Link to the article will be in the description.